Hi everyone. We're going to go over the expression to drive up the wall. Now, to drive someone up the wall is to make them feel irritated or just bothered by something that you have that you've done or that I've done. So yes, to drive up the wall. It's really just a way to say, a person makes you just angry or crazy. Um, Now let's go over a few sentences to you using drive up the wall. It's really easy to use. So I can start a sentence with a possessive like my, and I can say my children if I have kids. I can say my children drive me up the wall. My children drive me up the wall. So I'm just saying, this is kind of a continuous thing. This is an everyday thing, which is why I'm using drive. My children drive me up the wall. Um, Now, if I say my children drove me up the wall, this is kind of just a past expression. So I'm just referring to a non-definite time in the past. So my children drove me up the wall. If it's happening right now, I say my children are driving me up the wall. So if that's happening right now, now you can play with the objective pronouns and the subjects a bit. So um, I can say, I can say your friends, your friends drive me up the wall. Your friends drove me up the wall. Your friends are driving me up the wall. But again, it doesn't have to be me as the objective pronoun. It can be a guy. So I can say something like, your friends drive him up the wall. Your friends drive him up the wall. So maybe I'm referring to my brother who does not like your friends, and I would say, your friends drive him up the wall. Um, Now there are other. I mean, these. I'm concentrating on the plural subjects. We can do single subjects as well. So like my boss. If my boss drives me a little crazy or makes me angry, I can say my boss drives me up the wall. So just be sure when you're using a single subject that you got to put the S at the end of drive, since we're referring to this in the present simple tense and our subject is singular. So yes, my boss drives me up the wall. My boss drove me up the wall. My boss is driving me up the wall. So we have a lot of you have some variations in which you can make your sentence here. To drive up the wall is to really bother somebody or to really irritate them, make them angry. So that's going to conclude this lesson, and thank you very much for following along.